As you all probably know by now, Hollywood is running out of ideas. Because of this, movie studios have been looking at every intellectual property they can find to create a movie out of. Hasbro and Universal Studios, having made a ton of money on the dumb but fun Transformers movies, decided to make the classic board game Battleship into a big budget blockbuster movie about an alien invasion of all things. Ludicrous, I know, but what's even crazier is that they commissioned a movie tie-in game for it too, and it's a first-person shooter mixed with RTS elements. I think it's safe to say that I wasn't the only one that went "what?" when I heard that last part. So the question is, does Battleship the video game break the movie tie-in game curse and mix these two very different gameplay genres together well? Or is it just another rushed piece of shit? Let's find out. In Battleship the video game, you play as elite demolition specialist Cole Mathis, who is based on the beautiful Hawaiian archipelago. He is part of a naval exercise known as the RIMPAC. His job is to disarm enemy explosives, or EODs if you will. But during his routine exercise, aliens drop from the sky and invade the islands, while also deploying a force field that covers the whole archipelago and keeps the outside world from contacting or helping the soldiers and navymen inside. Cole is faced with the objective of finding a way to take down the enemy force field and destroy the alien force once and for all. There really isn't any of a story in Battleship the video game. Aliens invade and you have to kill them. That is the story in a sentence. Seriously, there is nothing else that happens here. I'm not joking, that is it. What also doesn't help is the fact that your character Cole Mathis does not talk, because obviously they either didn't want to pay for a voice actor, or they had to rush it out so fast that there wasn't enough time for one. All the other characters in the game are so forgettable you won't even remember their names while playing it. Also, the game has the most laughable, embarrassing ending I have seen since Rage last year. There is not much I can say about the story that is virtually non-existent. You won't care about any characters in Battleship the video game, and you won't give a shit about anything that happens. You will more than likely forget there is a story as soon as you finish the tutorial stage.
Mathis, where the hell you been? You're supposed to be an explosive ordnance disposal tech. And this is the Rim of the Pacific exercise, RIMPAC. If you embarrass me today, I'll have your ass. Command says some live mines have been found offshore. Direct the Chesapeake to locate and disable.
The graphics in Battleship the video game may be the best thing about it, well, the environment anyway. The Hawaiian Islands are colourful and vibrant, and the skies and explosions all look really nice. The weapons and human models all look good too. It's a shame that the alien character models look like crap and are all basically the same, with just 3 different colours to each slightly different alien. Not to mention, the animations look so bad for the aliens it almost brings a tear to my eye. I've seen better animations on the last generation of consoles. I would talk about how good the lip syncing and facial animations are, but I can't since the developers at Double Helix Games have covered all the human faces in the game, so they didn't have to sync the voices to the lips and animated them. Because, you know, that's just too much work. Overall, I will say that the graphics are a mixed bag, but the bad outweighs the good, mainly because the staff at Double Helix Games were so damn lazy in developing the game.
Reagan, another enemy vessel in sight! Adams has multiple bogies inbound.
The sound in Battleship the video game can be described as generic and stock filled. What I mean by stock filled is that the game is filled with stock sounds you could probably find on the internet for free. They literally took no effort in making the guns sound realistic or original. When firing the human assault rifle, it just sounds like a pellet gun, not an M4 carbine. The alien rifle just sounds like a turret from Call of Duty, and the alien sniper rifle basically just sounds wimpy.
Southwest. Tornado taking damage. Enemy off.
The voice acting is totally forgettable. You'll practically hear the same lines over and over again from various disembodied voices over your radio. It's very annoying. During naval battles, the various ships all sound weak, and there really aren't any difference in the sounds of different shells being fired, so everything just sounds the same. Overall, I would say the sound in this game is absolutely atrocious and forgettable at the same time.
In our sights. Missouri, tracking enemy ship. Roger, copy. Missouri, delivering gunfire support.
Way to go.
Mathis, lead support personnel to the tsunami warning system to re-enable the device.
The gameplay in Battleship the video game is fun for the first hour and a half, but after that you begin to see a pattern. You shoot some aliens, then blow up a jammer or a turret, rinse and repeat. Don't get me wrong, the shooting in the game is solid, but the same objectives are repeated in every single level. I am not joking with you. Every single level you do the same thing. There are 7 levels in the game, and in all of them you do the same thing. Until the last level of the game where the difficulty ramps up out of nowhere and forces you to fight waves and waves of enemies without checkpoints or the ability to save manually, which is thoroughly frustrating by the way. Now all of this is bad enough, but halfway through the game they will make you do all the same objectives again on the same level with the same level design but backwards. How could they get away with this? Seriously, I have never seen something so unabashedly cheeky and awful at the same time. The sneaky bastards also tried to disguise their laziness by changing it from day to night. I cannot believe something as lazy as this was being sold for full price. That's absolutely insane. The AI in the game is the worst I have ever seen. Seriously, they hide behind non-existent cover and they literally stand in front of your gun view. Honestly, at one point I walked up right to an alien and it didn't even shoot me. Because the AI is so bad, the game just ends up being a seriously crappy shooting gallery that gets boring after the first level. Retard enemies. Also, Battleship the video game is full of glitches. On more than one occasion, the enemy became invisible in front of my eyes, but the sounds of the enemy were still playing, so it was like having a ghost follow you around. As I mentioned before, this game has RTS elements too. While on land shooting aliens, you can go to your PDA and control ships from the island. This is all presented on a very Battleship grid, which is, by the way, the only resemblance to the board game that you're going to get here. You can move each ship to different positions, make them attack enemy ships, and even call them into support positions to provide air support for you on the island. All these elements are fun and easy to use, but they are so underdeveloped that they become more like a routine after a while. You can pick up power-ups called wildcards from dead aliens that give your ships upgrades, but none of them are really that proficient except for the health and resurrection cards. You can pick up a card named Ship Control, which is the best card as it allows you to directly control your ship at sea, which sounds awesome, right? But guess what? It's not. All you do is aim your reticule at the enemy ship and ram all the buttons until it dies. This basically could have been cut and been a cutscene and it would have felt the same. There is no challenge whatsoever. Battleship the video game is a terrible game in every sense of the word. The story is non-existent, the graphics are below par and in some cases look last gen, the sounds and voices are all generic and shit, and the gameplay is repetitive, boring and easy. There is not one thing I can say that is a positive about this game, except that, you know, it's a game and it works. With only a single player mode and nothing else, there is zero replayability here. Not that you'd want to replay it anyway. The game is also seriously short, at about 3 to 4 hours long, which by the end you will be grateful for. Fuck. It is over, people. It is over. Overall, I give Battleship the video game my lowest score, a 1 out of 5. Battleship the video game is just another crappy movie license game to be forgotten. Please stay away from this game at all costs. I'm begging you. Even if you see it for dirt cheap or someone wants to borrow it to you, just say no. It's just not worth the pain. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you liked the video, please leave a like as it really helps me out, and leave a comment voicing your opinion on the video in the comment section down below. I also have a Twitter account and post a lot of gaming updates there, so be sure to follow me if you're into games as much as I am. See you guys. Oh, and guys, before I forget, make sure you check out my Let's Play of this game. I uploaded all 20 parts already, so go ahead and take a look at that. It's a fun watch. And you can see why I hate this game so much. So yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.